Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of December 21st. Every week we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
This holiday week, we are complaining about holiday rules we should have made and obsessing about Christmas movie adaptations of our lives. We're also taking a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. Today, we are talking about our most memorable Christmases. So, whether it was memorable for good reasons or bad reasons, or just maybe your most favorite Christmas. Terry, what do you recall the most?
Well, I feel like I should say that my most memorable Christmas was the first one I had with my kids, because we came home with them on December 1st, and it was like, oh, this is going to be so magical. We're going to have our first Christmas together. It's going to be their first Christmas, because they went from the hospital to orphanages. They were never in a family. They've never seen anything like this. And it's we wanted to have kids and have a Christmas with them for so long. It was going to be such a major thing. But you know what? We were exhausted and overwhelmed. And they, having never had a Christmas, had absolutely no context to understand anything about it or care.
Right.
You know, so we sort of were excited about it, but it was nothing memorable, because it was just, everything was so new. And it was so soon. If it had been maybe 6 months lead time, it might have been. If I think about really my favorite Christmas that I can conceptualize, it was the one we had last year. We went, just the four of us, on vacation to a resort. I think I've talked about it here before. And it was like one of these places that there's a ton to do in this building. It was in the Catskills. So you went to the main building, and there were games, and there were line dancing, and there were ping pong tables, and there was like a nice dining room. We had Christmas dinner there. And we had such a good time just relaxing and being together with no work and no other obligations. And we played games, and we went bowling, and we really, really enjoyed it. And we said, this is going to be our Christmas tradition forever. We're going to do this every year. And then, of course, COVID came along, and we can't go anywhere or do anything. And now we're home going like, well, this is boring.
Yeah.
But that was sensational. I really, really enjoyed that week and that Christmas, even though it was different. Maybe it's just because it's the most recent one and my memory is bad, but I'm going to say that's my most memorable Christmas. That was a lot of fun.
Well, you knew at the time that you really enjoyed it, and you planned to do it again. So
yes. It was going to be the tradition.
Right.
Dang it.
Next year.
Yeah, even if we could go there, all the things that we had that were fun to us, doing things with other people would be difficult. So, I don't think they can play bingo 6 feet apart, or this dice game where the fun is passing it from person to person. You'd have to have.
That definitely doesn't sound COVID friendly.
There'd have to be Clorox wipes on the table to pass it over, and you'd have to walk it to somebody 6 feet. It wouldn't be the same. So maybe next year, we'll hope. Mm-hmm. But going away for Christmas, unless you're the McAllisters, not a bad idea.
Yeah, because I think one of our most memorable was definitely the year that we went to Hawaii for Christmas a couple of years ago. Because I had never been there. My kids and husband hadn't. We went with my extended family, so we still had family get-togethers, spent time with family as we would have if we were at home or in the 48 states. We would be somewhere. So that was a lot of fun, and just, being somewhere special like Hawaii.
Yeah.
And, my son was a little bit like, yeah, this is nice, but it's not really Christmas because, the weather, and we didn't really do like a big get together and open presents thing. Because we didn't really bring much in the way, we didn't really exchange much in the way of presents, because we took a trip to Hawaii. So I had gotten my kids' advent calendars that year. Mm-hmm. Not just candy, but substantial.
Right.
I think my daughter's was Bath and Body Works, and my son's was nice. Lego or something. Mm-hmm. Or a Body Shop it was. so that they got little treats leading up to it. And then, they got a few gift cards and things on Christmas. But it was sure nice to not have to think really much about doing gifts. And we actually did cook a little bit because we had kitchens. But we also, didn't spend a whole lot of time worrying about food and who was making what and who was having to, receive house guests or whatever. We were all in a hotel. So that was quite nice. Yeah. But, I agree with my son. It's very different. It's not, it doesn't really quite feel like Christmas. I think in the Catskills it maybe would.
Yeah, that's true. It was.
It'd be all decorated. And,
right.
If I remember, you did do a little gift exchange.
Yes, we gave each other we set a money limit, and then we all went to the gift store and got stuff for each person got one for the other 3 people. So that was really cool, and it was fun. It was like a little project, like a little scavenger hunt sort of thing. And then we exchanged the gifts that morning. So that was very cool. And, we did have a kitchen too. So we did a lot of our cooking that week, but on Christmas we went to the dining room. And a 5-course meal. It was very cool. It was just, really made it special.
Yeah.
And we didn't decorate at home at all because we weren't going to be home. But in our little timeshare unit, I did the old thing of, where you fold down the corners of a magazine to make a Christmas tree. Did you ever do that when you were a kid?
No.
You fold down, you take a magazine, you fold down the corner of every page, and then you wrap it around so it's round, and you clip it on one side. And it's like a little tree, and it'll stand up by itself.
I'm going to have to see a picture of
We
this.
had some brochure, some little magazine that the resort had given us of activities and stuff like that. So I did that with that, and we put it on a table. We put all our presents underneath it. And that was my favorite Christmas decorating of all time.
Right.
Maybe I should do that again now.
Just recycle it when you're done.
Do we want to put up all our Christmas decorations just for us? Yeah, maybe I'll just take another magazine.
Well, we put up a tree here just for us, and it fell over, so that's going to be memorable in future years.
Were you able to resurrect it? Was it?
Yeah, I mean, we had to take it out of the stand it was in and put in a different stand, because the whole stand tipped over. Like, it wasn't like the tree fell out of the stand; the whole entire thing was on its side. So like water spilled all out of it and all over the presents that were there.
Oh no.
So yeah, it was, but my husband said, that we used the wrong one. Like, first of all, why do we have several? I don't know, but, that was not this big, strong one, apparently. So yeah, my husband and my son had to like lift it up, and then I had to crawl under and switch the stands around. So, and all the ornaments that fell off are still sitting around. Like, we haven't put them back.
Well, I mean, at this point, really, should you?
I know.
I don't know.
It's sort of like, well. How about you, Nicole? I know you've traveled for Christmas a lot.
Yeah. We've done quite a few. Even as a kid, growing up, we would either go back to Australia, where my mom is from, and have Christmas with her family, or we'd be in Vancouver, which is where my dad's family was, or skiing. We did a lot of ski vacations when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. We'd go off to different mountain resorts and ski. And those were all wonderful, but I think my most memorable was last year when we
got a recency bias here.
Right? We did a cruise last year, so we decided to forgo the big gifts and all the Christmas prep at home, and just got a quick, 4-day cruise from Long Beach down to Mexico. So, it was good. And we took, the kids, and it was nice. I mean, we definitely, the rooms were not the best. They weren't that memorable, because my kids had some issues with their rooms, but overall it was just a nice experience. We laughed a lot. We had a lot of time together and a lot of different activities on the ship. So it was just a great way to, be in that Christmas mode, but not have to do any work for it.
Right.
So, and then I think I brought a small gift for each kid, and then they just opened that on Christmas morning. But it was just a really pleasant couple days. So I think I would definitely do that again if cruise ships ever are
right.
Apropos down the road.
Well, the place we went, a friend of ours, when I told her we had gone there, she said, "Oh, I love that place. It's like a cruise ship on land, because you just go to the main building and they have all this stuff."
Yes, there's all these activities.
Maybe that will be safe again, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But clearly our advice for a memorable Christmas, get out of town. Leave the house. Go away somewhere where other people will cook for you.
Yeah.
Forget the Norman Rockwell stuff. Just leave.
Yes.
And bring your podcast playing device along with you, of course, because
of course,
keeping up on your podcasts and your Parenting Roundabout listening is important. But that is it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.